The first otter that we've ever had. He had a little injury.
You just keep him like this.
Here's our first big retic of the night. The same thing that a barn cat would be doing. Baby Nighthawks. He ran into a window, but he is still very much emaciated. He's a little too big to be here. Oh my goodness. Greetings, Sigmas. This video is a little bit out of order, but to set the stage for you guys, it starts off with me deep in the jungles of Indonesia, starting a wildlife rehab and herping over there. I was going to put this on the wildlife rehab channel, but I wanted to show it to all you guys because I think it's pretty based. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Please enjoy How to Catch and Cook an Otter or something. I don't know, you guys. I'm really bad with titles. Also, Big Ounce never actually died. I tricked you all, and this has been a horrible, elaborate ruse. Mwah. So there I was, deep in the jungles of Indonesia, and you'll see more clips of this on the other channel. We were catching snakes, exploring abandoned houses, and finding wildlife. Oh boy, another creepy abandoned house in here. All right, everybody, here's our first big retic of the night. Any skinwalkers, perhaps? While all this was going on at 1 a.m. local time, Ian and Sky actually got a call about an otter at the local country club. While they were holding down the rehab while I was gone, they had actually gotten a couple calls about this guy, and then they finally came out to catch him because this guy was approaching golfers on the green. Luckily, they brought him back home, and he immediately fell asleep, and we started to think this little guy was a narcoleptic. Then I flew straight home, Uncle Ben to the rescue, and also it was my last day anyways, which was perfect. And I was actually there for 2 weeks, but I have some exciting updates for you guys on the rehab we're starting over there on the other channel. All right, everybody, I just got done at the gym, and now I need to pick out some fresh fish for the otter to eat. But man, oh man, were these fish expensive. All right, everybody, I'm shopping for me and for the creatures. Just to give that guy a treat, we got a whole tilapia that was scaled and a whole scaled pompano. All right, everybody, I'm back from Indonesia. We have 2 baby nighthawks. Look at this, you guys. They're so cute. I've showed you guys nighthawks on the channel before, but these are babies. This little kite came in this morning because he ran into a window. The ouncertons are thriving in here, and we're making a big enclosure for them outside. Karen and Kevin had grandkids, as you guys can see. And this is the otter that just came in a couple days ago. Look how skinny he is, you guys. Ian and Sky caught this guy at the Ridgewood Golf Club because he was emaciated and walking up to people. And this is definitely not a baby otter. This is a full-grown otter, you guys. And he is very capable of hurting us real bad. And I'm gonna hurt you real bad if you don't smash that like button. But as rehabbers, our job is to go ahead and get him back to full health. This is the first otter that we've ever had here at the rehab. Look at how he's missing a little claw right there, you guys. But we did a full exam on him. His back legs work, his front legs work. He's just super, super emaciated. So I like to give him full fish from the store. By far the coolest animal we have ever had the privilege of rescuing under our permit. And we can rehabilitate these guys without any other special permits because they're basically just small mammals. Even though I'd say he is probably more dangerous even than the coyotes that we had. But look at how skinny this poor boy is, you guys. And we're gonna try and get him right back to health. He's been drinking a lot of Pedialyte, but I think he's ready to go into the other house where I will give him my whole bathroom again, just like the beaver. And that way he can have a little tub as well to swim around in. But this is just a straight up adult otter, you guys. And you can tell he really appreciates us giving him food because he's not attacking us. Just look at how beautiful this animal is. The most dangerous and cutest animal we've ever had. Oh my goodness. The best thing is Ian and Sky literally just went out and caught it. And I'll show you guys a clip of that right here. Big pog in the chat for Ian and Sky, our staff, for rescuing this little guy and risking getting rabies, even though they both have their shots.
What you do is you just keep him like this.
Right. Thanks for the tip, kind stranger. We tip our fedora to you. But we got a call about it the first day. But Sky explained to us that this little guy was basically just running up to people on the course and then falling asleep at their feet. So it made us think that he might be narcoleptic or he had some kind of neurological disorder. And they brought him right back here. The fact that they could even catch him with a net just showed that he actually needed to come into the rehab. And we called our vet partners. We got him on some fluids, but he is still very much emaciated. So we're giving him carnivore smoothies mixed with all of the fish he can eat. We're giving him small amounts at a time because we don't want him to suffer from refeeding syndrome. But just look at this precious baby boy, but you really shouldn't be able to see their hip bones. But the fact that this is just an adult wild otter and he's letting us get this close to him and just speaking in front of him just means that he really, really appreciated our help. And these are crazy intelligent animals, you guys. And this might actually be the most intelligent animal that we've rehabbed, more than the coyote even.
He immediately picked up on the fact
you guys were helping him. Yeah. But this is just a straight up wild otter, you guys, and you can tell he's intelligent because the second they brought him in and started feeding him, he started to trust them. And this is kind of like that emaciated coyote that we had at the farm a couple years ago. He was also just a random adult wild coyote, but when I started giving him fluids and feeding him, he started to trust me. Now, I'm not about to just start petting this guy and scratching his ears because that's how you lose a finger. Adult river otters can consume 1 to 3 pounds of fish per day, so this is a good little meal for them for the day. And that's why these guys are considered pests on farms, because they'll get into people's lakes and eat all of their fish over the course of a week. But to me, these are incredible animals, and it's such an awesome privilege that we have to get to teach you guys about this one and view it up close without having to be cringe and buying one. Not that there's anything inherently wrong with buying an otter, and we can legally own Asian small-clawed otters because they're not native, but these guys are just so much bigger and cooler. Just look at that beautiful puppy. But all right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this little fella alone, but after he's done with his meal, we're gonna move him to the other house so he can go into that bigger bathroom. That way he can swim around in the tub. And once again, I will be sacrificing my plumbing for a cringe creature. Look, guys, he looks like a seal.
Now, you're yesterday's news, you cringe groundhog. You're now the second cutest little brown creature here on the farm.
And these are the first ever baby nighthawks that we've had here at the ranch. We've had chimney swifts, which are related to these guys. This is another awesome privilege that we have to rehab these little creatures. And these are all the whistling ducks we've gotten in the last 2 weeks. This one of which is ready to go outside. He's a little too big to be here with these babies.
But it is kind of cute for them to have it as a mom.
You don't need him stepping on these guys. And now all the prairie dogs are obese for some reason, which is perfect because they all look just like Biggerton. They literally are just all little Biggertons. And thanks to the good Lord's provision, the only male prairie dog we have is literally just like Big Ounce in temperament and in girth. For some reason, this boy is just like Biggerton. He lets us just scratch and smish his little face, and the other ones just love to watch. But all right, everybody, it's good to be back in the United States. Even though I'm really excited about what we get to do in Indonesia, there is nothing cooler to me than the Lord providing an otter that needs help. And that's something we can only do right here in the US of A, at least with the North American river otters. But this is gonna be his new home. I'm gonna clear out everything, and I'm gonna make it so he can jump up in here and swim if he wants. Just like that, Gustavo's our little rodent block. He just ate that thing in 2 seconds. But every day we go through all of our little rodent traps and check and see if we caught anything. Pablo and Queen are still doing very well. They have my old mattress here. Oh boy, here's another one. So we just grab him with this. But wow, look how beautiful that fella is. And while some of you guys might think this is mean, I think it's enrichment. And these rats are literally chewing up the wires in our barn. And they usually aren't smart enough to figure out how to climb out. Ooh, but look at that. He's getting really good at catching them. Beautiful little Gustavo. So something's gotta eat him. And this is literally the same thing that a barn cat would be doing, only it's so much cuter because it's our little rescue croc. We rescued him from a cringe private zoo where he was kept in Tupperware and emaciated. Now look how beautiful this fella is. This fella sure has come a long way, and he's a lot friendlier now because he's in this little area instead of that other back room. Here he gets a lot more interaction with us, and he gets a lot more rats that just fall in here on their own. We also have a giant green iguana that somebody surrendered. This is Pistachio, and he's a precious little green iguana that someone surrendered to us. And now that our retic lives somewhere in here, this is the perfect little setup for this precious little green iguana. Okay, I was gonna put this tarp in the barn, but obviously the toads like it because there's all kinds of little critters under here. So I'm just gonna move them over here. Goodbye, little toads. Today's a big day. Now that I'm back, we have 2 coyotes. We're gonna introduce Boo Boo to the other one now, and we're gonna take Bevo and move him over to the pond because the thing keeps draining, and pretty soon we're gonna need that enclosure for the otter, and Bevo should be able to just go into the pond by himself now. We have a predator, which I believe are the foxes that we soft released, eating my chickens. So now the chickens are getting eaten by something, and I'm pretty sure it's our foxes, like I said. Oh, and here's a little toad for me to rescue. This little guy got stuck in here. There you go, buddy. You don't really need water to be in here anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and dump this out. But we're doing some late summer cleaning, you guys. We're getting all these enclosures ready for all the other animals. The 3 green herons that we've had for like 4 weeks now are ready to go out to a little enclosure like this or this. And my precious little baby Shpoo is now real big, but I'll show you guys what he looks like after 2 weeks of me being gone. I put him in here because he had a little injury, if you guys remember, and that injury is almost healed completely now. Look at that. But look at my big baby. As you can see, he's not too friendly anymore, mainly because I've been gone for the last 2 weeks. And to any of you rehabbers that that are saying, oh, that coyote needs to go with some other conspecifics. We actually have one right here. Also, the cappies are all in here so that they can mow this lawn. They've been chewing on the wires like they always do. And the coyote that's in here, I don't know where he is, did not appreciate Boo Boo's little blankets. But you guys can see he's hanging out over here in the corner like he always does. But look at that. That is just a little coyote, you guys. And he is basically the same size as Boo Boo. He's maybe a tiny bit bigger. So Boo Boo is going to be perfect to go in here with him. And the two of them can be precious little friends. And they're also going to do an awesome job at keeping each other wild. But just to show you guys, this is what he looks like.
But we did have to send this guy back to our rehabber friend in East Texas so he could be released in their county.
Who would have thought in our first year of doing rehab, we'd have a bunch of coyotes, foxes, an otter, a bunch of little baby beavers. And by a bunch, I mean like 2. But we have this all sectioned off so they can't even see the cappies.
I'm not sure why I tossed this in here, but I think I just wanted to flex on you guys with this photo.
And someone surrendered this tortoise to us. I think it's a little sulcata.
This is the blue-tongued skink that I abandoned at Chandler's house in the next video. Stay tuned.
Oh, that does not feel good at all. Pretty cool video, huh, guys? Oh, bro, stop.
Get back over there.
No! Stop it. Why do you do this? Suppose I'm locking this up. Hey, Boo Boo. But wow, what a great video, huh, you guys? If you want to see more of that otter, you're welcome to subscribe to the Waco Wildlife Rescue YouTube channel, where we're also going to be posting all of our Indonesia updates. In the next video on this channel, I'm going to be releasing 60 cane toads that I caught in Florida, where they're native here in Texas. So stay tuned.
But I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching these videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Ooh, almost forgot to tell you. You would never bite me, would you, Biggerton? Would you, Big Ounce 2?